Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Name is Anas, not Anos, and this is my first video. Now the reason I'm here and the reason for which I decided to create this channel is simply to speak out. I'll be talking about all different genres, life related things, entertainment, movies, video games and sports as well. I need you to understand one thing. I'll be giving an opinion, nothing more. I won't be judging anybody nor anyone. I'll be starting today with this motivational videos trend. Alright, now what about this motivational videos trend? I call it a trend because everywhere you go nowadays, on every social media platform, from TikTok to Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube's, everywhere, man, even in Facebook as well, everybody is sharing this motivational videos, for some people talking about their experiences and what's going on and how they moved on and how they fixed their problems and everything. Now my point that the point I want to highlight today, to be honest, is the audience this videos is targeted at. Now most of these, let's say, influencers basically are from coming from Western backgrounds, and most of them are from the United States or Europe, or mainly, let's say, from the United States, and most of them are talking about what you should do or what you need to do in your life in order to fix your shit, and get your shit together, man. Now my problem with this kind of videos or this kind of trend, that it does not apply on everyone basically. Point is that the environments are different. So when you're talking a person in the United States, to get his shit together, the way he grew up and the culture, the environment is there, is different from the people, let's say, in Africa or in the Middle East. Okay, it's different. The way people grow up in the Middle East is not the same as the people who grow up in Africa, as well as in many different parts of the world. Now that's why I think that the speech should change a little bit, because you can't ask people to do things and their environment is not helping them to do these kind of things. They always keep telling you, you have to do it, you need to do it, get your shit together, blah blah blah. And some of them talking about, okay man, the people around you and the people around you and the people around you. So point is that the people around us are different. People in for example in the Western environment or the Western culture, the way we deal each other, the relationship between the parents and the kids is different from the relationship that is in different places in the world. The parents, they don't deal with their kids this in for example in the Middle East the way as the people they deal with their kids in the United States, for example. So this is very important, man. They have to change the language, or they have to start to realize that there is a different audience for this. It's not the same audience. You have some audience in the United States that this shit apply to them, and some audience, for example, in Africa, this shit doesn't apply, man. So you have to change it. You have to change the way you speak to the people. You have to understand the environment. Everybody of them is coming up saying like, we do it this way, I grew up this way, and most people grow up this way. That's in your environment, man. But for other people in different parts of the world, the environment is different. This is something needs to change, or this is something needs to be considered. This is very important when dealing with people, and talking about motivational videos. See, one fundamental part, I think, in the process of motivating people actually is to encourage them to talk, basically. This is what I have sensed from all these motivational videos and all these influencers. They always emphasize on talking, like talk and everything. Now talking is connected to freedom of speech, of course. We are not used to that, or let's say in different places in the world people are not used to that. People are not used to talk. Would it be for different reasons? Maybe it's gonna be for the way we grow up. Maybe some places we grow up to be shy. That's not a bad thing. It's just the way we grew up. We have too much respect for elders, for women, for everybody. Maybe this is why it's happening. Now, again, they talk about, you know, being responsible for yourself and take ownership of your life and all these kind of things, but they don't understand there are many different factors, you know, impacting this process. You can't just in some places in the world, you can't just, you know, start talking and start, you know, like, okay man, just go travel, leave everything behind, you know, and go travel. For example, I'm gonna give you an example. You know, people from the United States, they have the United States passport and they can go anywhere else in the world they want, right? So anytime they can just, you know, book a ticket and book a hotel and go out. You know, they have some cash, let's say, because of course the payment system is different there as well. So all these factors play a part, and they can travel everywhere. In other places in the world, people are stuck. This is the thing that they need to understand when talking about, you know, figuring out the solution. People in different parts of the world are stuck. You know, they can't just simply, you know, travel and go anywhere, man. Now, this all accumulates to this responsibility. You know, we're talking about responsibility, and one other thing, that you can't run away from your responsibilities. You have to face them. All right, now I want to face my responsibilities, but the problem is the environment around you doesn't help you at all, man. So some people, sometimes in different places in the world, we keep running from our responsibilities. This is not because we don't want to face them. That's not the case. We know that it's true, but the environment is not helping. People are so demanding, man. People are so fucking demanding, you know. It's not the same as in the United States. Okay? It's not the same in Europe, it's not the same in Africa, it's not the same in the Middle East. People are demanding, and the way they demand, it's different from the United States, from, you know, the Middle East, from Africa. It's different. You can't just, you know, sometimes we can't just, you know, just face our responsibilities. Okay, for example, one guy is afraid of getting married, for example. All right, now, for example, I'm just giving an example, you know, marriage, for example, in the Middle East or Africa, it's a big deal, you know. You have to have the money, you have to have, you know, you have a job, you have to have a place to stay in, you know, you have to be ready, you know, and everything. For example, in the United States, it's not the same. Again, I'm not judging, I'm not saying it's better here or worse there or vice versa. I'm just saying it's different. Same thing with our jobs. You know, they talk a lot about, you know, talking to your boss and how to talk about job and blah blah blah. It's difficult. It's not the same. Again, some people have this fear, you know, and this fear is connected to the environment and the way they grew up. So we have to find different solutions to get over this fear and environment. It's not the same. All right, this is something needs to be changed. The way people talk about motivation and motivational videos and getting your shit together, it's different. They keep telling you, okay, keep on failing, you know, it's okay to fail once, twice, and fourth times, sixth times, like whatever. Again, you will learn. This is the same curve they keep talking about, you know, like, okay, fail and you will learn. It's not the same everywhere else in the world, man. It's not the same. You can't just, you know, keep on failing once and twice. You can't, because, man, if you quit your job, you need to pay for your bills, man. You have to pay for your rent. So this is not something, you know, people think about as, you know, as it's okay, man, I failed once, twice, something will happen, something will come up. Most cases, nothing comes up. The only thing that comes up is debt and the fact that you're not going to be able to support yourself. That's it. I'm telling you, period, man. So this is a very important point, man, that they need to change how they view responsibilities, and the fact that you need to face your fears, and, you know, the notion that the more you fail, you know, you will get better and learn. I know people, they have failed 1, 2, 3, 4 times in their jobs and get kicked out. Nothing changed, man. and they are getting 40 in their 40s now. So this is something needs to be changed. The way those people talk needs to be changed. And I sensed another thing, man. Nobody is talking about very important factors in this motivational speeches or motivational trend. Race, man, religion as well, racism. These three things play a big role in building up people. And if you want to motivate someone, you have to understand their backgrounds in relation to these three factors: religion, race as well, and racism. Where are they from? Simply, you need to understand where are they from, man, how they grew up. You need to understand the mindset. Where are they in their life right now? How they are, doing now, man. Why are they the way they are now? So this is very important, man. Nobody talks about these things. Everybody assumes, this is it, this is the way it is, and you are at this stage, and you have to do this, or we are advising you to start doing this. Okay, man, but you need to open up talking, when you start your speech, you need to understand where are these people coming from, what's the mindset. This is very important. Mentality plays a big part in this motivational trend or motivational speeches that everybody is now sharing on their stories and sharing on media. Everybody is jumping up to the solution immediately, and when we talk about the causes and the reasons, nobody mentions these factors, because it's gonna be different. Of course, you're not gonna motivate a guy coming, for example, from Africa or from the Middle East the way that you try to motivate a guy that grow up in New York, for example. It's different. It's totally different. It shouldn't be the same. The growing up process is different. What he used to is different. His relationship, with the people around him, which is very important, as well as those people, who are talking about motivation. The relationships are different. It's not the same. People from the United States, for example, or Europe, or anywhere else in the world, it's not the same. You have to understand that religion plays a fact. You have to understand that their race plays a fact. Stereotyping, this didn't end, by the way, and it impacts the way people think and the way people perceive each other. Okay, so this is very important, in my opinion. Again, I'm not judging anybody. I'm not saying this group of people is better than this group of people. All I'm saying that the way that this kind of messages are being conveyed, it should be different. You need to consider where are these people coming from. What are you saying does not apply on each group the same way. This is very important. Anyways, man, whoever listened to what I just said, wherever you are, man, I really appreciate it, and I hope you liked what I just said. If you don't like it, also I appreciate it. Please, like the video, subscribe, and please give me your feedback. Just give me your feedback in the comments. I will read them, I will go through them, and thanks a lot. I appreciate it.